Hi, I already explained to you theoretically about what polymorphism is, and polymorphism is including of method overloading and method overriding, like this one. It's called static polymorphism, and it's called dynamic polymorphism. And method overloading is uh, some of the method with the same name, but you overload them with different numbers of input parameters, like this one, different numbers of input parameters, or with different input data types. This one, different input data types, comparing to this one. And remember that changing the return data type is not a way of input parameters. It is not a way of method overloading. Let's just make an example about method overloading. Next this one is going to be session number 7, method overloading. Yes, just put the polymorphism in general. Yeah, method overloading. Method overloading. Okay, method overloading. Like I made before, we're going to create a new Java class, which is a person. I'm going to describe this person with their common characteristics like private int ID, and a person will have an ID, private string a name, and a person will have a name. And then we're going to create the constructor. When you create the person, we're going to need to pass the ID name to create that person, and we're going to create the getter and setter to get and set the ID name of the person. Now a person can eat, like we had before, so public void eat, then it's going to display I'm eating. So this one is the behavior of a person. A person can work. So you're going to do public void work. Okay, and it's display that I'm working, like you learned from before. However, besides ability to eat and to work, I assume that any person can do some simple math, which is to do add. Okay, a person can add, and for the add, we're gonna do public int add. And the first thing is a person can add two integer number, int x, int y. And in this case, we're going to declare int g equal to x plus y, and you are going to return g. Okay, so this one is a person can add two integer number, and we going to overload this method. And way one of overloading is to have different numbers of input parameter. Overloading is the same method name, public, okay, public int add, okay, but different numbers of input parameter, int x, int y, and int g. Okay, so this one int r for result equal to x plus y plus g, and you're going to return r. See? So this add method is, besides adding two numbers, a person can also add, okay, can also add three numbers. Okay, so depends on the situation. The same add method, but depends on the situation. Same person, object, same add method, but depend on the situation. Like if you provide two integers, it's going to count to this method. If you provide three integers, it's going to count to this method. And this one is called method overloading. And this one is called static polymorphism, because the same method but in different situation. Okay, same method name but in different situation it's going to behave differently. Now we have another way of method overloading, which is to have different input parameters data type. Okay, data type. So let's say you can just do like a public int. User can provide two integer in forms of string, and you're going to do the normal add, and you return the result. So string x, string y, and this one is going to behave differently if you provided two integers. It's going to behave differently. So you're going to convert int x number equal to integer dot pass in from the string x, int y number equal to integer dot pass int from y. Then you're going to have int g equal to x number plus y number, okay, and you return g. So this one is, it's the same method as the same numbers of input, which is two input parameters, which is x and y. However, we provide them two different data types. Okay, and you may have a way number three of method overloading, which is two. Way number three method overloading, which is the combination of the two. Again, once more, if you change the input parameter only, it is not. If you change the data type of the return data type only, it is not method overloading. Okay, so let me way three. You can just combine them, and the following is, let's just demonstrate the way public int add string x and int y. You can do this one as well. This one is also method overloading. Okay, and you're going to do this one. You convert the x into x num, and you're going to declare int g equal to x num plus y. Then you return g. Okay, and furthermore, you can do further combination, and you get one. But changing the return data type is not method overloading. You can see this one: public string add. Okay, add int x, int y. Okay, this one you're going to declare string r equal to x plus y, you plus x and y. Then you're going to convert into string by placing an empty string over there, and you return r. Okay. However, this one isn't working because, you see, why isn't it works? Because later on, if you provided two integer, it doesn't know to call these methods or is going to call this method. It doesn't know, so it's going to be ambiguous. However, if you provide this method or this method, however, if you in this case, if you provide two integers, it's going to call to this method, and if you provide three integers, it's going to call to this method. If you provide two strings, it's going to call to this method. If you provided a string and a number, it's going to call this, but this one is ambiguous, so this one is not a way of method overloading. Okay, and you can test this one, and if you test this one, you'll see I'm going to create a person p equal to new persons. Okay, and with ID number 1 and name is meter a, and I'm going to add the person to add. You'll see from here. Okay, the person can add two numbers as two string. You can add a string and an integer. Can add two integers together, or can add three integers. You'll see a lot of times. Okay, so let's say you're going to do int r equal to person dot. You can add two integer 1 and 2. So if you provide two integers, it's going to call to the method with two input as two integers. So this one 1 plus 2 equal to this one 1 plus r. Okay, you can do r equal to p dot add. You can add two string number 2, string number 3. Okay, so you're gonna display in order to display a string, you're gonna put this one string number 2. Okay, plus provide a slash quote. This one is to display a string within a string, a double quote within a string. Okay, plus 3. Okay, and this one equal to plus the r result. Okay, similarly, you can test the other one. Okay, so you can add three numbers. Let's say r equal to p plus add 1, then 2, then 3. You can add three numbers. Okay, and then you're going to display 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to plus 3 equal to, and put R here. Okay, so you will have the result correspondingly. Okay, you will have the result correspondingly when you run this one. Okay, so the result is right. 3, 5, and 6. You will see from here, if you provide 2 integers, it's going to come to this method. Okay, it's going to come to this method. If you provide it 2 string, it's going to come to this methods. Okay, it's going to come to this method. And if you provide 3 integer, it's going to come to this method. This one is called method overloading, and it's called static polymorphism, because you see the same method from the same object, but in different situations, it's going to do different things. That's why it's called polymorphism. And this one is called static. It is static because these methods are determined at compile time, and the compiler won't create these methods at compile time. It's different from method overriding that you're going to I'm going to demonstrate in next sessions. Okay, and you'll see Java uses this one a lot for simplicity, for the convenience of programmers or users. You'll see from this one the system.out.println method itself. You see you can print with different input parameters here, like print a line without input parameter. Print a line input is an object. Print a line with input is a string boolean. Input is a boolean. Print a line with input is a character. Print a line with array of characters, so on and so forth. There, a lot. Okay, so you'll see a lot of the method overloading means the same method, but in different situation, it's going to act differently. Okay, this one is called polymorphism, static polymorphism. Okay, and next part I'm going to demonstrate about dynamic polymorphism, which is to use method overriding.